So I did leave one small tidbit out. If you do come up and perform, do your 5 minutes, you get a token which you can turn into free beer. And what's better than free beer? Frank?
Free Ukraine.
Free Ukraine, of course, you selfish sons of bitches. Okay. We're going to go ahead and move on to our second performer. I don't know if he wants me to preface this with anything because he's dressed a little bit differently tonight. Do you want me to say it or are you going to say it? You'll say it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Kabi.
Thank you. Thank you, Derek. So I'll first break the suspense out. Maybe you might be astonished why this bitch is dressed in a skirt. Today is Diwali. This is our traditional attire in India. So I just want to because my girlfriend said to me on Saturday that while I was performing in Warsaw, she said like, Kabi, you look more sexier in this attire. So you know. All right, guys, happy Diwali, and today's show is not about Diwali, it's about my last performance, which was supposed to be a good performance, but it didn't turn out to be, because the experience was super amazing, you know. It was an Indian community which organized, and they invited me for this show in Warsaw. Generally, before the show, they asked me to send me the script. So I sent the script, and they gave me a couple of options. First thing is I need to do stand-up. Second thing, it needs to be a clean stand-up. Third thing, it should not be any racist comments about the own countrymen, which is Indians. No political views, and no sexual jokes, no offenses about women. So I was confused. Am I going to perform there or I'm going to do a motivational speech there? And one thing about this Indian events is no matter where they have it, it never stops on time. They are the best people in the world in time management. For example, the event was supposed to start at 3 p.m. and when they started, it was 5:30 p.m. And Indian people, they generally ask you what time the event is. It doesn't mean they want to come for the event. They want to ensure that they are not on time accidentally. Yeah. And sometimes they say like, I'm on the way. It doesn't mean they are on the way to the destiny or the journey. They think like life is a journey. Everyone is a part of the journey. And sometimes they also use this word, just be back, you know. It doesn't mean like you need to think just be back in 5 minutes, okay. For 5 minutes, you need to stop wondering, and after 5 minutes, you need to start wondering. The only place where Indian men would come on time, where they are not supposed to, is only on the bed. Not me either. So, coming to the show, you know, first, the show was late, and people were not seated. They were like walking across the auditorium, and the auditorium was filled with 350 people, and with 100 infants. First thing, Derek, mic was not working. And when I started speaking, a baby started, you know, crying, like, Mommy! And then the next one started crying, Mommy, I peed on my pants! Yeah. And while I was like speaking, one guy suddenly pulled the mic from me and said like, dinner is ready. And I don't know what to say, and still I started speaking, and again he intervened and he said like, people with infants and guests can go first. Shit. And on top of it, I was wearing the same costume there, and one baby was crawling, almost trying to pull it. I was so scared. Yeah. And also the entire week was like very terrible because of this, because I was performing in my own mother tongue, and it's really hard because none of my family members actually speak to me for the last 3 years. So I forgot my language as well, And on top of it, whenever I try to speak, I'm not getting the words or the emotions, I was like so furious about myself more than the organizers as well. And I also did one of the worst things. I took 3 of my Polish friends for the event. And I didn't ask them to eat the whole day. They said like, today we're going to get a good food, everything. But unfortunately, the time when they served food, we were like zombies. And the food was extremely spicy, and the taste of Polish people. My friend ate the food, and she said like, buy me McDonald's. Yeah, and also as Derek, we were not there, so I was literally offending Indians last week, and I got a number of calls, a number of comments. They said like, Kabi, you're not funny. Don't make fun of Indians. You also make fun of South Indians as well. And one guy, I really like this one, one guy continuously sent me WhatsApp messages, calls, and some different random numbers. I don't know from where he got my number. Maybe Dan would have given me, I suspect him. Okay, so what he said was, one last thing, okay. This is really, really interesting, he told me like, tonight, my dad gonna sleep with your mom. I don't know why. And he told me like, my father will sleep with your sister. And I told him like, better you come and sleep with me. I think you're a homeless family. Thank you guys, and thank you.
And let's keep it going for Kabi. So now, as I said at the